What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new countdown show, Top 25. My top 25 movies of the 1970s. I was not born in the 70s. I was not alive, but I've seen all these movies. And I'm a fan of a lot of movies from the 70s. I love movies. I'm a big movie fan. Love 80s movies, 70s movies if they're good. I love 90s, and I love horror. I fucking love horror movies. They're one of my favorite genres and type of movies to watch is horror. Also, I love action movies. For example, I love Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th. I love horror movies. But I also love movies like Rambo, Rocky, Terminator, fucking just about any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Except the one where he was pregnant. That was fucking bad. I did not want to see that. I do not want to see a guy pregnant. And especially not in a movie. That is boring to me. Why the fuck did you do that role, Arnold? I don't get it. But I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a couple of these movies from the 70s are of another actor that just hit really big and was a major action star, really great actor. He got typecast as like an action star, put in the same type of movies, like revenge movies, where he was getting revenge, but the guy was a great actor, underrated actor. And I'll tell you who it is when I get to his movies. But he had a fucking resurgence of his career in the 70s. His career blew up and exploded because of basically one film he did in 1974. Number 25, again, this is my top 25 movies of the 1970s. Again, I doubt I've seen more than 50 movies from the 70s, but these are some of my favorites. A lot of them are horror. So number 25, The Last House on the Left, from God, I don't know what year it came out, but it was in the 70s. The Last House on the Left, the original from the 70s, not the remake, even though the remake was not that bad, but it was not as good as the original. Very, very few remakes are ever as good as the originals. But number 25, The Last House on the Left, hard if you're squeamish, if you don't like blood and gore, if you get an upset stomach watching a disturbing movie and people doing disturbing stuff in it, basically fucking killers and murderers just being crazy people, then you would like this movie. If you like looking at fucking people that look nuts and psycho, they didn't even look like actors, a lot of them. They looked like crazy people. They definitely played their role as killers. So, Last House on the Left, very good. I don't watch it often. I think I've only seen it, I know I watched it once, the whole thing, like 10 years ago. But I don't really want to watch it anymore. It's very disturbing to watch. It's fucking disturbing. I love it, but it's disturbing. And it's not the best movie or best acting at all. It wasn't supposed to be. It was not meant to be great acting. A lot of horror movies are not. because what would be the point of that? I don't know. Last House on the Left, I guess you could call it an original slasher, I guess. But it did have a good story. Also, directed by Wes Craven well before he did Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream. Last House on the Left, again, really good. Deserves to be on my top 25 movies of the 70s, but it's really damn disturbing to watch. That's why I don't think I've watched it more than twice in my life. Number 25 again. The Last House on the Left, number 24. Carrie. Really good movie. Another horror movie. But again, I love horror movies, so you're going to get a lot of horror. Number 24, Carrie. Really, really good shit. If you haven't seen the original Carrie, watch it. Really good. The remake, I've not seen, and I don't plan to, and I don't want to. Number 23, from 1974, Black Christmas. Great movie, great horror movie. I don't know if it's horror or thriller, but it seems like a horror movie to me. There's an insane murder and killing in one of the scenes with a plastic bag. If you've seen it, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit was disturbing and pretty damn freaky. Imagine if there was a killer in your house, popped out of the damn closet and did that shit to you. That is pretty damn frightening. And I just want to say, horror movies get a fucking bad rap. They get bashed a lot by fucking asshole groups or Christian groups or parent groups or media. Horror movies used to get bashed a ton. Like, they would try to put you down if you were a horror fan. Some people would try to shame you. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why would you watch that garbage? Why would you watch that crap? For instance, my mother has never understood why I love horror movies. She doesn't get it. She thinks they're bad and sick, but I love them. I enjoy them. Probably because when I was about 4 years old, my brother was playing Nightmare on Elm Street. He rented it. I think he rented every damn Nightmare on Elm Street. And I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I sat through every one of them and watched them. So somehow that got planted in my head, and I became a huge horror fan. And I should have not been seeing those movies at 4 or 5 years old, but I did. And I turned out fine. So I just want to say horror movies get a bad rap, and they shouldn't. It's just stupid fucking assholes that don't understand. It's a movie. It's fantasy. It's not real life. It's not going to turn you into a killer. And if it does, you were already mentally ill. Number 23, Black Christmas. 1974, a fucking classic. Watch it if you have not seen it. Number 22. From I'm going to try to give you the years on all these movies. Except I didn't have the year for Last House on the Left or Carrie. But they were in the 70s. Number 22, Animal House, 1978. Finally, not a disturbing, not horror movie. Animal House, great film, great movie, very fun to watch. I think it's great. Really, really good movie. The acting, I'm not talking about the acting, I'm talking about the movie. It's fun to watch, enjoyable. Number 22, Animal House. Has great music in it also. I forget the name of the band that's playing live, but they were damn good. Number 21. I thought this came out in like 1980 or 81. I was wrong. It came out in the late 70s. Number 21 from 1979, Alien. Epic movie, just fucking created a franchise of a lot of aliens. Alien versus Predator. Those movies did not have to be made, but they were. And they were not very good. They should, I don't know, if they're ever going to do an Alien remake, but why the fuck not? You remake just about everything. But Alien from 1979, great, epic, legendary movie. Sigourney Weaver is a badass, a surviving woman. It was very rare before in horror movies to have women survive. Sigourney Weaver's one of them. Also is Jamie Lee Curtis is also a survivor. So it was great. Alien, the first Alien was fucking great. It was great to see Sigourney Weaver getting that part, playing a strong, badass woman role, fucking killing aliens. How can you not like that? I don't know. How can you not like someone killing aliens? It was awesome. And how the aliens looked, great. Whoever created it. Fucking not much special effects, just they created it with like a giant alien. I don't know how they created it, but not special effects, but you know what I mean, costume design and makeup, stuff like that. So number 21, Alien, 1979. Alien could have been in my top 10. I haven't watched it in like long time, really long time. I don't even remember the whole movie. So number 20, this movie's fucking disturbing. It's good. It's on my top 25, but it is disturbing, and I don't think I ever want to watch it back. I don't think I'll ever get the urge, or one day I'll ever say to myself, oh hey, I want to pop this movie in, or pop the DVD in. I don't even think I own it on DVD. I think I have it on a videotape still. I think I have it on video. That's how long I haven't watched it since like I first saw it in the 90s. Anyways, disturbing as hell. The story's pretty stupid, to be honest. But Malcolm McDowell, the guy, did a hell of a job in it, but I don't really like the story. It's just too disturbing. And the rape scene, I don't like that shit. I don't like seeing that type of shit in movies. I don't want to see a fucking rape scene. That is too disturbing, in my opinion. I won't turn it off if I see a rape scene, but I don't want to see one. But anyways, A Clockwork Orange, 1971. And Stanley Cooper, great director. I don't think all his movies are that good. I think he's kind of overrated, but to me, his best movie was The Shining. To me. Clockwork Orange is number 20. A Clockwork Orange. Again, 1971. I won't really tell you to go watch that because to me it's disturbing as fucking hell and not very enjoyable, and it's too long. I don't hate it, but it's too long. A lot of parts are boring as hell. And a lot of the shit they do in it is pointless and dumb. And I did not enjoy it really. But it's number 20. Number 19. This is a great movie. I did enjoy this. And it had great acting in it and great actors. Number 19 from 1976, Taxi Driver. Hell of a movie. Great movie. disturbing, but great movie. It didn't disturb me that much, but it is disturbing. Robert De Niro at his best, basically playing a crazy guy, taxi driver that goes nuts. So number 18, Jaws. 1975, Jaws is my number 18. I don't love Jaws like a lot of people. I'm not gonna. It was a great movie. It did great in theaters and at the box office, but I don't really care that much about Jaws. But it was a big, big movie in the 70s. That's why it's on my top 25. I don't hate it, but I doubt I'll ever watch it back. I will say I wasn't a kid in the 70s. I wasn't born. I was born in the 80s. I didn't see Jaws as a kid. I saw it on like cable when I was a lot older. I didn't care to see it as a kid. But I can imagine if I was a kid in the 70s and I saw Jaws, I would be fucking probably afraid of water and afraid to ever swim in a lake or an ocean. Well, there's no sharks in lakes, but maybe there could be. I don't know. But if I saw Jaws and it traumatized me as a kid, I probably wouldn't even know how to swim right now. And I'm a very good swimmer, by the way. Number 18, Jaws. Not 18. Jaws is 19. Or wait, no, Jaws is, let's see here, 20, 19, 17. Number 17. I might have messed up my numbering. Just ignore it. Who gives a fuck? It's a countdown show of some of the best and my favorite movies of the 70s. Number 18, Jaws. Number 17, from 1974, Magic. I just watched this about a month ago. I was planning to watch it like 2 months ago, but I did not get to it. Number 18, number 17, from 1974, as I said, I just watched it on HBO Max. Magic. Really good movie. I guess it's a horror or a thriller. I don't know what category it is, but it's really, really fucking good. Really good. Anthony Hopkins is young, very young in it. He's with a ventriloquist dummy working with it, and I think you can guess what starts happening. It's really good shit. Magic, number 17. From 1974, number 16. From 1977, Suspiria. I think that's how you say it. Suspiria. Really great horror movie. Epic horror movie. Really, really good shit. And it's also really disturbing when she falls into all the barbed wire. I'll just say that. I think it's about 2 hours. I think. Pretty long movie. The remake of it was really, really good with Dakota Johnson. Number 15. Again, this guy's one of my favorite actors. I love his movies. Just about all of them I've seen. And he made, I believe, about 70 movies. Number 15. With, fun fact, one of my favorite actors of all time. Charles Bronson. Love the fucking guy. I loved his movies. Charles Bronson. Number 15 from 1970, Cold Sweat. Cold Sweat. Great movie, really enjoyable. It's not horror. I would say it's action, thriller, drama. Really good. Number 14, another Charles Bronson movie, Mr. Majestic. 1974, really good movie. Really good Charles Bronson movie. Underrated. Charles Bronson movie, Mr. Majestic. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. Watch it. It's really fucking good. Again, it's like a revenge film. People start fucking with Charles Bronson and then he fucks them up. Number 14. Or whatever. Mr. Majestic, I think I said 14. Number 13. Hard Times. Hard Times. From 1975. Hard Times. Another Charles Bronson movie. Great. Epic movie. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Number 13 was Hard Times. Number 12. Number 12. A Charles Bronson movie. Again, because the guy was fucking awesome and had a ton of great movies in the 70s. Number 12. The Mechanic. The Mechanic. 1972. Charles Bronson in The Mechanic. It's awesome. Great movie. I'll tell you, he plays a hitman in it. This time he's not trying to get revenge on someone. He plays a hitman. Number 12, The Mechanic. Number 11, Shivers. Really good movie. I guess it's horror. It's really good. It's really enjoyable. I really loved it. Number 11, Shivers. I don't know the year. I think it's 78 is a guess. Maybe I could look it up here. Who cares? You can look it up at home. You've never seen it? Watch it. Shivers. Number 10. Now we're in the top 10 of my top 25 movies of the 1970s. Yes, I'm in Twitter or text or Twitter notifications. One or the other. Yes, I'll turn the sound off. So anyways, haven't seen it, never heard of it, watch it. Shivers. Number 11, number 10 now. In my top 10. From what's the year? I don't know the year, but it was in the 70s. You can look it up. Type it in. Number 10. Alright, let's hear it. Let me just check over my countdown here and make sure I didn't skip over anything. So yeah, number 10. I don't know. 1974 is the year, I believe. Number 10, The Godfather 2. Really good shit. I love the Godfather movies, except for 3. That was shit. Godfather 3 should have never been fucking made. But 1 and 2 were great. 1's epic. Great movie. But number 10, The Godfather 2. From 1974. Number 9, another horror movie. Alice. Sweet Alice. Great horror movie. Underrated, in my opinion. Really good shit. Again, it was in the 70s. I don't have the year. Number 8. I guess I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I'd call it a revenge film. A revenge movie or thriller. I don't know what it's called, but it's probably horror. It's probably under the category of horror. Number 8. I don't have the year on it, but it was in the 70s. Take my word for it. I know it was. Number 8. I Spit on Your Grave. Now, if you don't like disturbing movies, don't watch this. It's fucking disturbing, but it's also great. Because the woman, the main character, gets revenge, and I love that. I love revenge movies where women are getting revenge and beating the fuck out of guys and their attackers. I love those type of movies. Any revenge movie with a woman as the main character, I'll fucking watch. So number 8, I Spit on Your Grave. It was actually remade, and I loved the remake. I thought Sarah Butler did very good. Number 7, from 1974, The Gambler. Great film. James Caan in his prime, at his best. Great movie. The Gambler. Number 7. Number 6, The Warriors. Great movie. Really fucking good. I saw it about like 2 to 3 years ago for the first time, and holy fuck, it was great. I don't know why I never watched it before, but The Warriors is a great film, in my opinion. It has a whole bunch of gangs in it, all following each other, fighting on the streets of New York. It's awesome. Number 6, The Warriors. Number 5 now. We're in the top 5. I love all these movies, and I can watch them over and over and over and never get bored or tired of watching them. Number 5. The movie that I guess you could say made Charles Bronson a household name, made him a big star, but the guy was already in a lot of big movies before this, but this was one of his main roles that made him a big star and made him a box office star, where he was put in a lot of action movies as the action star, even though he's an older guy. In this movie, he had a lot of gray hair. I think he's late 40s. I don't know his age when he's in this, but he's an older guy already. Middle-aged. Number 5, from 1974, Death Wish. Holy fuck, I love this movie. Death Wish. Great film. Great acting. Charles Bronson at his badass fucking best. I love this movie. Very disturbing. What happens? I will just say what happens to his wife and daughter. Very fucking disturbing. And I understand why Charles Bronson then went there and became a vigilante, because he wanted revenge. So, number 5, Death Wish. 1974, one of my favorite movies of all time. Number 4, the original Halloween, 1978, I think. I don't know the exact year, but Jamie Lee Curtis. The original Halloween, yes, Halloween, the first one. John Carpenter directed it, and holy fuck, it became a franchise. Michael Myers became a fucking iconic horror character for decades. They're still putting out Halloweens, and they will still make money because of how good the first Halloween was. The music, holy fuck. The music in Halloween, epic, legendary. Dee-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo. I can't do the sound, but fucking iconic. Fucking iconic. Dee-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo. And then it picks up like dun, dun, dun. Awesome. Awesome music. I think his piano, he came up with that. Holy fuck. Great music for a horror movie. Halloween had the best music, the piano sound. Up next would probably be the best music would probably be for Friday the 13th, and it kind of stupid, but it's still iconic. That sound. So number 4, Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis made her a big star. I believe that was. I don't know if it's her first movie, but she was the main character in it. Number 3, Rocky. The first Rocky. Legendary. Loved it. Really, really good. Sylvester Stallone made himself a fucking mega Hollywood star. The guy wrote it, came up with the screenplay, epic. Great story also. At the end, I think maybe that's Rocky 2 or maybe it's 1. He's yelling, Adrian! Adrian! That is iconic. They shouldn't have made, after Rocky 3, or no, after Rocky 4, they should have stopped. Sylvester, you should have stopped. Rocky 5 was okay, but not very good. And then you had to make Rocky Balboa like 35 years later or something. And Creed 1 and 2, I actually love Creed 1 and 2. I got no problem with Rocky being in Creed because that fucking made sense. So number 3, Rocky, the first one. Number 2, 1974. Rocky, by the way, I believe came out in 76. Number 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Epic, disturbing, seems real. Like you're watching something that really fucking happened. It doesn't seem like a movie. It's disturbing. Some parts can freak you out. Some parts are just fucking disturbing. And the actors, holy fuck, a lot of them look like they fucking just escaped from a mental hospital. A lot of them look nuts. Insane. And holy fuck, a lot of the actors barely got paid anything for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But holy fuck, what a horror movie. Just legendary. Tobe Hooper at his best. Great movie. Oh, you want to watch an underrated Tobe Hooper movie? Watch The Funhouse. That is really good. From, I believe, 81. Number 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 1. The number 1 movie, in my opinion, from the 70s. The Godfather. 1972. The Godfather. Marlon Brando. He didn't know his lines. He had to read his lines. Who cares? Some people can't memorize. I couldn't fucking be an actor. I couldn't memorize all that shit to say. Anyways, Marlon Brando is great. Fucking Al Pacino is great. James Caan is great. Just about everybody in it was damn good. I'll make you an offer that you can't refuse. That's my Marlon Brando impression. I think he says that in Godfather 1. Maybe he says that in 2. I don't know. But he goes, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Oh, I love The Godfather. What a movie. What a film. I think Al Pacino won an Academy Award, I think, for Godfather. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe instead Francis Ford Coppola might have won Best Director, I think. I don't know. But there is my top 25 movies of the 1970s. Those are all really great. You should check them all out, except for don't check out Clockwork Orange. It's too stupid and disturbing, even though I put it on my countdown for some reason. Again, I don't hate Clockwork Orange. I'll just never watch it again. I will say the best part of that movie is probably the woman with the giant breasts. That was the part I enjoyed the most. Seeing her. Anyways, I'm going to mention a few movies, not many, that were in the 70s that I'm going to just mention a few that did not make the top 25. Rocky 2. Really good. 1979. Already had Godfather 2. Rocky 2. what the hell did I write? Enter the Dragon. I was trying to read in my messy writing. Enter the Dragon, really good shit. Superman. Christopher Reeve as Superman. I thought it was really good. They couldn't do that much. They couldn't do that many special effects, but they did their best. And The Omen. Also, I will mention The Omen. I'm not going to mention, what the hell is that called? The Exorcist. I guess I just did mention it, but I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was pretty boring. I will mention, God, what was her name? I should look her up. I think her name is Karen Black. In the 70s, she was in, I believe that's her name. She was in a really good movie I want to mention from the 70s, Blunt Offerings, or Blunt, I think it was called Blunt Offerings. If I can find it. So, give me a second. So, I got the Karen Black movie I wanted to mention and shout out that she was in the 70s. Here she's a picture of her. Sadly, she's passed away in 2013, but there's a picture of her from 68. Very attractive woman, I thought. Karen Black. She's like one of the original, I don't know what you call them. Horror queens, survivor girl, and like horror movies. Anyways, very, very attractive woman. She was. Also really good actor. I'm going to get you the movie she's in for a second until I skip over that. It's taking forever. Come on. She's in a lot of movies in the late 60s, 70s. She's in a lot of movies. Where the hell's that movie? The Trilogy of Terror. Karen Black. She played 3 different fucking roles in that. She was great in all of them. That was from 75. The Trilogy of Terror. That deserves to be mentioned. She was really good in that. Blunt Offerings. 1976. Blunt Offerings. She's really good in that. So there are my 2 mentions and shout-outs before I go. Trilogy of Terror and Blunt Offerings that were made in the 70s. So I hope you enjoyed my top 25 movies of the 1970s. I'm sure a lot of people out there will have a different top 25. This is mine because I love horror movies and action. Maybe you like different genres. I don't. My favorites are horror and action and revenge films. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. What are some of your favorite movies you've seen from the 1970s? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all watching and watching my channel and my videos. Bye for now.